Learning about Marpol. Marpol has 6 annexes. Annex 1 Regulations for the prevention of pollution by oil. Annex 2 Regulations for the control of pollution by noxious liquid substances in bulk. Annex 3 Prevention of pollution by harmful substances carried in packaged form. Annex 4 Prevention of pollution by sewage from ships. Annex 5 Prevention of pollution by garbage from ships. Annex 6 Prevention of air pollution from ships. Marpol Annex 1, Regulations for the prevention of pollution by oil. Special Area: Mediterranean Sea, Baltic Sea, Black Sea, Red Sea, Gulfs. Area: Gulf of Aden, Antarctic Area, Northwest European waters, Oman area of the Arabian Sea, Southern South African waters. Marpol Annex 2, Regulations for the control of pollution by noxious liquid substances in bulk. Special Area: Antarctic Area, Marpol Annex 4, Prevention of pollution by sewage from ships. Special Area: Baltic Sea, Marpol Annex 5, Prevention of pollution by garbage from ships. Special Area: Mediterranean Sea, Baltic Sea, Black Sea, Red Sea, Gulfs. Area: North Sea, Antarctic Area, south of latitude 60° south. Wider Caribbean region including the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea. Marpol Annex 6, Prevention of air pollution from ships, NOx emission control area, NECA. Baltic Sea, for vessels constructed after the 1st of January 2021. North Sea, for vessels constructed after the 1st of January 2021. North America ECA, for vessels constructed after the 1st of January 2016. United States Caribbean Sea, for vessels constructed after the 1st of January 2016. Special Area for SOx and particulate matter. Baltic Sea, for SOx. North Sea, for SOx. North American ECA, for SOx and PM. United States Caribbean Sea ECA, for SOx and PM. Marpol Annex 6 Sulfur Oxide, SOx, Emission Limit outside Special Area. Sulfur content of any fuel oil used on board ship shall not exceed the following limit: 0.50% mass by mass on and after the 1st of January 2020. Sulfur oxide, SOx, emission limit inside special area. Ship operating within emission control area. Sulfur content of any fuel oil used on board ship shall not exceed the following limit: 0.10% mass by mass on and after the 1st of January 2015. Special Area for SOx and particulate matter. Baltic Sea, for SOx. North Sea, for SOx. North American ECA, for SOx and PM. United States Caribbean Sea ECA, for SOx and PM. Latest amendments. As per latest amendments to Marpol Annex 6, Mediterranean Sea is designated as new ECA was adopted at MEPC 79, DEC 2022. The amendments will enter into force on the 1st of May 2024. The 0.10% sulfur limit of fuel oil will be used by ships operating in the Mediterranean Sea Emission Control Area. Marpol Annex 6 and NOx Technical Code requires technical file for each of diesel engines to be maintained on board together with the following: records in relation to NOx emission, record book of engine parameters for those engines required to undergo engine parameters checks at initial and subsequent survey, record that shows only engines operating at Tier 3 are in use at NOx Tier 3 emission control area, NECA. 3. Ships fitted with exhaust gas recirculation, EGR, required to record the discharge of solid residue and bleed off water in an EGR record book. What is technical file? Every marine diesel engine installed on board be provided with the technical file. This file shall be prepared by the applicant for engine certification and approved by the administration. A technical file is a record containing all details of parameters including components and setting of an engine, which may influence NOx emission of the engine. It is retained on board with engine throughout. What is record book of engine parameters? Where the engine parameter check method in accordance with paragraph 6.2 of the NOx Technical Code, 2008 is used to verify compliance. If any adjustments or modifications are made to an engine after its pre-certification, a full record of such adjustments or modifications shall be recorded in the engine's record book or electronic record book of engine parameters. Company, vessel operator should establish procedure regarding maintaining these record books either paper or electronic format in accordance with Marpol Annex 6 Regulation 13, NOx Technical Code and Flag Administration Guidelines. Other procedure which should be developed are information required to be entered in record book, who is required to enter the details in record book, when entries are required to made in record book, guidance on any additional record keeping requirement of local or legislation, when is master required to verify the accuracy of record book entries and signed each page, procedure for entering operations on emissions which had been overlooked or not entered in record book in the correct chronological order, instructions for retention of complete record books, actions to taken if NOx abatement system fitted suffer failure that cannot be rectified within 1 hour, procedure for entering entries for correcting entries made in error, certificates and files to be on board, International Air Pollution Prevention Certificate, NOx technical files, SIA 2.0 observations. There were no company procedures for maintaining the documents and records required by Marpol Annex 6 and NOx Technical Code. The officer on board was not familiar with the company procedure for maintaining the documents and records required by Marpol Annex 6 and NOx Technical Code. The officer on board was not familiar with the NOx abatement system installed on board or its operation. The officer on board was not familiar with the actions to be taken in the event that NOx abatement system, if fitted, suffered a failure that could not be rectified within 1 hour. Technical files were not available for diesel engine listed in 2.2.1 of the Vessel International Air Pollution Prevention Certificate. Record book of engine parameters were not available for those changes required to undergo engine parameter checks at initial and subsequent survey. Record books of engine parameters has not been maintained in accordance with company procedure. On vessel constructed after the applicable date there were no record of diesel engine tear and on/off status on entry and leaving and NECA. There was evidence that Tier 2 engines had been operated in applicable NECA. On a vessel with exhaust gas recirculation equipment record of discharge of solid residue and bleed off water had not been maintained in accordance with company procedure. The officer on board was not familiar with the strategy for monitoring the catalyst condition, degradation in SCR system installed on board, and/or its implementation and associated equipment. There were no record available, paper or electronic, of continuous or spot check NOx level as are associated with an SCR system fitted on board. The vessel was using electronic record book. No instructions was available for the use of electronic record system. No declaration from flag or class was available, authorizing that vessel can use e-record book. Facility for automatic backup and recovery of data electronic record book systems was not available on the ship network.